Hi guys and welcome to Le Clubs, your weekly dose of music, DJs, events and of course fashion. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jade. And first up on this week's show, we're going to jump straight to DJ on Fire, where our reporter Demi Bryant interviewed a Sydney local DJ duo called Fear of Dawn. Here it is. Hi guys, I'm here with the boys from Fear of Dawn, Kaiser and Mark. Welcome to Le Clubs, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Super excited to be here. We are actually at Bondi Radio, so you guys are in the middle of doing a set, so I'm sorry for grabbing you for a moment, but thank you so much for having a chat.
Yeah, sure, not a problem.
So tell me about Fear of Dawn. How did it start? How did you guys come together?
We were at a kick-on. Is that how it started,
yeah.
that one?
We met partying and we had a fear of the sun coming up because we wanted to party all night. So
We started putting sheets up on the blinds, I think. And
yeah, and we both just love music and thought we'd do some stuff together.
Yeah, I think Mark had a studio, and we were somehow the kick-on had moved into the studio, and the keyboard was out, and we started mucking around, and then it was born.
The jamming progressed. For people out there watching at home, what sort of genre of music are you guys into? What do you play?
Yeah, good question, because we kind of recently sort of crossed over. We started in the whole electro scene, and now we've sort of moved a lot more to house, using, I guess, sort of deep house sounds and a bit of garage and that kind of vibe, would you say?
Yeah, it's always been funk based.
Yeah.
Even with the electro stuff we were doing, like funky grooves, and incorporating a bit of funk in our stuff, and now it's all more of the deep housey stuff, where we got funky bass lines.
Well, that's really cool, guys, because you guys have actually just released a single. Yep. How did it all go? Tell me about, what it was like creating this track.
We wrote a few at once at Boomerang Beach. We wrote a few tracks at Boomerang Beach, and we sent it to Aiden, our A&R guy at Ministry, and he's like, this is the one that's going to be the next track to cross over, and he picked that one, and it went pretty well in the charts. It peaked at number 19, I think. So
awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Top 20.
So, we've got quite a few singles out already, and then this is our latest one with our new sound. So before it was all electro releases, but now it's more of the more housey style. So it's a big thing for us, this first one.
And so you were saying the launch party, it was at Hugo's.
Yep.
So you guys play at Hugo's often. Where else could people find you playing?
It changes a lot. Like we did, we supported Disclosure on a Thursday. That was at Home Nightclub. We do a lot of random gigs, but then Hugo's Saturdays is our little baby. But we also do Thursdays at Goldfish. We did Dubai recently. So
yes, I've heard an interesting story about Dubai. Now I've heard that. Well, I actually listen. I'm admitting right here. I listen to your Hugo's weekly mixes. You guys are renowned for making some incredible mixtapes and putting them on SoundCloud. No, honestly, I listen to them all the time. So I heard, Mark, you were saying there was a pretty funny story about one of the remixes you guys made. This got you a gig overseas? That's insane. What happened?
We did a bootleg of Outkast, The Way You Move. Just because of the Coachella thing, we've always loved that song. We thought we'd
good timing.
We thought we'd release it, and it just blew up. And we're getting 10, 20,000 hits a day at its peak, I think. And someone hit us up on SoundCloud and booked us in Dubai. So that was a bit of an experience.
What would you say to people, trying to get into this industry?
Yeah, good question. Really good question. I would say be passionate and play to your strengths. Always try to, whatever you think that is your strength or people tell you that you're good at, is keep working in that and don't worry about all the other stuff that you think that you need to do.
Fear of Dawn.
And you're watching
Le clubs.
Clubs.
Le clubs.
So that was the awesome Fear of Dawn. Now, up next, we have an interview with another member of the collective, DJ Sass. Here it is.
Hey Clubsters, I'm Sass, DJ from Sydney. Right now I'm into a lot of things, a lot of different things. In the last year I've been getting really into Deep House. I only recently started my Deep House event as well, called Deep Fried, which is at the Lansdowne. But besides that, my love is always still very strong for Electro House. I love them dirty bangers, as they like to call it. What do I look for in a track? A track that makes me feel something. With like electro, obviously look for a really insane drop, lots of energy, really catchy melodies and hooks. My set of Candies. I've been looking forward to playing at Candies main stage for so long, and yeah, I just really wanted to give it my all and do the best that I can, and I got some amazing feedback. Even had some people come out the next day on Saturday and to see me play again because they love my set of Candies so much. It was really insane. Yeah, I was just vibing off the crowd and yeah, just gave it my all. I'm really passionate about what I do. I really think about how I play and what I play. Yeah, I started working with the collective. I'm one of the DJs. I really like what they're trying to do in Sydney, trying to create a scene, a family of DJs. There's so many of us together and we all really get along, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to see where this is going to go. So with my event at the Lansdowne with Deep Fried, I really want to achieve more like a scene where people that really love their deep house, their garage, techno, all those kind of genres. There really isn't a night in Sydney that has that, especially on a Saturday. So what I want to achieve is kind of, yeah, like a family, like a scene where people come and just listen to more underground stuff, because you know Sydney is just full of electros everywhere, commercial, and there's not much of deep house in Sydney. So yeah, that's really what I want to achieve with Deep Fried at the Lansdowne, and I think Lansdowne is such a great venue. It's got that grungy hotel vibe, which Deep House really is suited to. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, if you guys come out and support it, if you love your Deep House, it could happen. It was great to talk to you guys, and you are watching Le Clubs.
And that there, guys, was DJ Sass from the collective. Now we're taking a short break, but make sure you don't go anywhere, because up next we have DJ Hard Kitty. Stick around. Welcome back, guys. We're going to go now to DJ Hard Kitty, who has a few tips for you out there who might be DJing, producing or promoting, and just some general advice on the industry. Check it out.
Hi, you're watching The Clubs. Yeah, TBS channel 44. Yeah. Or online. Important. Okay, so let's get started. So today we're going to talk about tips and tricks for DJs. Okay, so the first thing we're going to discuss are levels. So a lot of people think that the louder you go, the better it sounds, but this is of course false, and it might hurt your head, but the more you turn it up, sometimes the quieter it sounds. Now it's all about a dynamic range. So when you increase the size of a wave, the tops and the bottoms get clipped off, and often it doesn't allow the speaker to breathe as much, making it quieter. So the very best thing is to actually make sure that you don't hit red at any point. However, there is another thing you need to look out for when you're thinking about levels, and that is the difference in between your different tracks. So, for instance, some levels on some tracks will be significantly higher than others. And because decibels is actually a logarithmic scale, so every 1 unit you go up, it's an almost exponential growth. So you want to make sure that when you play your next track, skip to a point at which it's at its loudest, and then what you can do is look at the lines and see if they match. You're looking for very, very similar sort of equalizer line setup between the one that's playing and the one that's playing in your headphones. Then you know when you drop it in, you're not going to get either a deafening blow or something too quiet. The most important thing actually for a promoter is to make sure that you're there on time. It's really easy to turn up late, but the most important thing is for you to be professional, is that you're there at least an hour before your set. A lot of people like to rock up just 5 minutes before, but it's really, really frowned upon. And also it leaves a promoter panicking, and unless they know you really well, it's likely they might not book you again. So turn up at least an hour before, and that way you'll be able to judge not just the music styles that have been played, but also the different mix of the crowd. So the things you need to be looking out for is the difference between male and female ratio, also to see whether they're tired or whether they're energetic. Often if you turn up just instantly, you can't tell if they're on the way up or on the way back down again. Finally, it's really important not to play the same tracks over and over again. It's a surefire way to kill a night. So make sure you turn up early, listen and hang out with the crowd, see how it's all going. Are you a really boring DJ? Do you ever think, oh my God, that person is sending me to sleep? Well, don't let it be you. There are a few things you need to do. Number one is to lead by example. So make sure you're promoting the crowd. You're pumping your fists, you're making sure people hear you, and you're being present. Although, make sure that not every situation needs fist pumping. If you're DJing at a funeral or at a lounge, then definitely none of that. The point is that you're meant to be leading the crowd. If you're DJing lounge music, then you need to be a little bit bouncy and a little bit floaty. If you're playing anything harder or lifting, you need to let people know. If you're not enjoying it, who the hell bloody should be? The most important thing as well is to make sure you're making eye contact with the crowd. Even if sometimes you're a person that doesn't naturally like to make eye contact with someone, you have to make the effort. So look at them, pick people out of the crowd, stare at them, make sure that they're noticing you, because it's about a connection. Obviously, there are some gigs where it's really big and you're never going to be able to do it. But as a general rule, scan your eyes across the line, across the top of the heads, and you'll be able to make contact with at least one person. Even if you don't actually think it yourself, they will at the other end. Anyway, so if you have any more tips, tricks and questions, make sure you fire them to us at Le Clubs TV on Facebook, Twitter and on the website. Until next week, bye bye. 1, 2, 3, action! Do an intro music thing. Hi, you're watching Le Clubs. Oh God damn it. The third thing is passion. Oh, I think I just all said that stuff in the bit before. Yeah. I'm gonna go back and read my notes. So armpit hair. So right, okay, serious.
So that was DJ Hard Kitty. She is a great artist and such a character.
Definitely.
Up next, we have our in-house photographer, Luke Davids, who attended Armada on the weekend, and he's got a slideshow for you. Here it is.
Thanks, Luke. We're taking another quick break, but stick around. You won't want to miss it. Up next, Emma here has the Fashion Files. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, guys. Now we have the Fashion Files, and this week we have a very special segment for you, something very close to our hearts, because this week I actually interviewed our very own presenter, Jessie. Here it is.
You want a hot body? You want a Bugatti? You want a Maserati? You better work, bitch. You want a Lamborghini?
Hi guys, and welcome to the Fashion Files with Em and Jess. Now, today we have a very special segment for you, don't we, Jess?
We do.
Now, you might know him as the beautiful face of the Fashion Files, but what some of you might not know is that Jessie is actually a very talented stylist, hair and makeup artist in his real life. So today, we're going to be doing a profile on you.
Me.
Are you ready? I'm excited.
I think I'm excited.
Now, all right, let's begin. So, how did you get into this industry, Jessie?
I got in this industry. I've always been interested in fashion, but actually started off as a hairdresser. Did my hair apprenticeship, and quite early on in my first year apprenticeship, I'm from the Gold Coast, so I used to fly to Sydney every week to do the hair for Australia's Next Top Model. And at a young age of 17, 18, seeing the bright lights of Sydney, the fashion industry, working besides Peter Alexander and Alex Perry, and I definitely knew that I needed to be in this industry, whether it was hair, fashion or makeup, and it's actually really excited that I could do all of them on every day, yeah. So, and then from there, just fell in love with it.
Yeah. So tell us, you started off in hair. How did you get into fashion styling? Because that's your main forte now.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know the saying, fake it till you make it? So I kind of faked it till I made it. I was booked on a big editorial shoot, and, I was been planning it for about months ahead, and last minute, the fashion stylist caught up and cancelled because she was sick. So, as I do, I put my hand up and go, oh yeah, I can style, Like reading Vogue and reading Harper's Bazaar as basically my bedtime story when I was little, as Vogue's basically my Bible. I kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to fashion. So I put my hand up and go, you know what? I can do this. I'll style it. So thank God I had some friends that owned fashion boutiques and all that. So last minute ran in there, grabbed some clothes, went to the shoot, and I did the hair, but I also styled the shoot and actually fell in love with it. It got published, and then from there I just started building a career. So some of the best fashion hair and makeup artists I know are kind of self-taught. If you've got the passion there, it just comes naturally.
But in your styling career, you've worked with some amazing labels, I'm told. Can you tell us a little bit about them and your favourite?
Yeah, so I've worked with a few amazing labels. I actually have the privilege to work with some amazing labels out there. I've done lookbooks for Ginger and Smart, Zimmerman, Christopher Esba. I've done runway shows with Ellery, which is basically one of my highlights as well. And Bowie Wong, he's now designing garments for in Paris. So I've had such an amazing career working with these people in this industry that have so much passion, and I think it definitely rubs off on me as well. And even when it comes to celebrities, like I've been privileged enough to work with Jennifer Hawkins, Miranda Kerr. At the moment I'm looking after Brynn Edelstein at the moment as well.
Some tags, only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome.
Now, Jessie, you and I had a very busy week last week at Fashion Week, checking out all the latest trends. What would you say your top 5 latest trends would be?
My latest trends, definitely monochrome is definitely still in. Monochrome, if people don't know what it is, it's garments that are made from black, whites and greys with patterns, colour blocking, Quite basic. You can wear from evening to, you know, day wear and even office wear, but it's definitely really quite chic as well. Sports luxe is definitely basically a big winner for a lot of girls out there. It's basically what you wear to the gym, but just a bit more glamorized. Print on print is a massive trend at the moment. So back in the day, you'd only wear one print. These days, you know, fashion's becoming a bit more experimental. So you can start wearing spots with stripes and paisley all at the same time, and it's kind of hot, it's kind of working.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Well, do you have any tips for any of our viewers who are looking to get into the industry in any capacity?
Knowledge. Like, this is a tough world fashion is, and it's definitely make and break. People can be quite harsh in this industry. You know, we've all seen The Devil Wears Prada. It could be definitely cutthroat. Knowledge is power when it comes. Know what you're talking about. Do your research. If you're, you know, wanting to get into fashion, grab a Vogue magazine. Vogue magazines are amazing because it basically sums up fashion for that month and shows the hottest latest trends. So almost use it as your bedtime story or as your Bible. That I always use Vogue magazines as my Bible. But yeah, if you want to be a model in this industry, you know, there is no some of the top models out there aren't really tall. Like Kate Moss is only 5'9", so that's tall, but it's not. People think you have to be 6 foot to be a model, and you know there are some very successful curvy models out there as well. So especially in Australia, how we do like to have our models a little bit curvier. So definitely there is a wide range of looks that if you wanted to get into modeling as well.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking to us today, Jessie. Had an awesome time, guys. Make sure you check out Jessie's work by Googling Jessie Boag, or you can find it on the Le Club's website.
Yes. And we've actually, me and Emma here, have now started the club's blog.
Yes, we have. So you can find all the latest tips on new trends and just articles about stuff that we've been up to.
Exactly, and I've just put up a couple of Logie's posts with my 3 best and worst outfits of the night. So go check that out. Some cute little descriptions about each of their dresses, which is good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks for watching the Fashion Files, guys. We'll see you next time. Alright guys, that was the Fashion Files for this week. Now, unfortunately, that's all we have time for today, sadly. If you haven't already, please make sure you like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
Plus our website. If you guys haven't been on there already, it's www.leclubs.com. We have all our full interviews, blogs, news articles, everything you want on the music scene and more. But for now, I'm Jade.
I'm Emma, and you're watching Le Clubs.